But the thing is, if you survive, you become stronger. And thankfully, we managed to. And on 2017, India's first solar ferry was inaugurated by the then Minister of Power and then Chief Minister of Kerala. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm here to tell you the story how a startup went on to become the largest electric boat manufacturer in the country, the region, and now began exporting these boats to Canada and Israel. So how many of you have taken a ride in such a diesel boat? Okay, great. So do you remember the experience of noise? Is that in your mind? The smell of fuel? Yes? Okay. So have you seen the smoke emanating from these boats? Okay, so what we also see in these boats are like vibration and then water pollution, as well as some of these boats, if you notice the accidents that happen in India, they have less margin of stability. So when you're overloaded, you tend to have accidents. But an operator like Kerala Water Transport Department had a different problem. Their issue was the daily cost of diesel was more than the ticket sales. So that was their main issue. And that is what they tried to solve by having solar ferry, and they put a tender out. So we grabbed the opportunity. But can you just put a solar panel on top of these boats, put the electric motors and battery? It will not work. You need to do many more things. So fundamentally, you first try to reduce the weight of the boat. A 35-ton boat should become 17-ton. Change the material, lighter. Things you do to change the boat itself. Then you also reduce the energy need. So you have to do a lot of design on the underwater to reduce it from 45 to 15. You make the boat bigger to have more solar panels. Then we also had to develop these marine-grade batteries. These are the things we had to do to get it right. But the challenges you can understand by a statement from an expert, which you see on the left, that these kind of boats can never run on solar energy. These are some of the expert comments. But we also had a different kind of issue where the oppositions to the project dragged us to these vigilance courts in Alappuzha, Trivandrum, even a writ petition, High Court to stop the projects, things like that. But this was the worst. What you see is actually one of our boat on fire. It's in the middle of the river. We still don't know who did it. But when you set out, maybe not all of you, some of you may experience some of these challenges. But the thing is, if you survive, you become stronger. And thankfully, we managed to. And on 2017, India's first solar ferry was inaugurated by the then Minister of Power and then Chief Minister of Kerala. So in the last 9 years, Aditya has carried more than 30 lakh passengers and traveled more than 2 lakh kilometers without a single drop of fuel, which means about 3 lakh liters of diesel saved. That's like about 2.8 crore savings for the government of Kerala. But we didn't stop at the first ferry. We also made the fastest electric boat in the country, the largest solar boat in the country. And we have so many ferries now operating across India. Even tourist boats, this happened in the recent times. Things have changed, technology has evolved. A lot of tourist boats across country. Recently, we had our first boat shipped to Canada. That's what you see on the left there, knockdown kit of a container in 5 containers. On the right are this large 75 passenger ferry being transported to another ship, and that has gone to Maldives 2 weeks back. So in total, about 85 boats across 12 states in India, beyond Canada and Maldives, Israel, Seychelles. And that's what we have been doing in the last couple of years. What you will see again in the coming year are these large ro-ros which carry trucks and cars. Anybody who have experienced a Vipin Jangar or ro-ro, you understand the sound, right? and that will change with this coming next year. Then there are these fast ferries. These are 55 kilometer per hour ferries. These are for the Dubai RTA. This is still under design stage. What will come in the future, which we still need to develop the design, are these larger cargo vessels which carry inland vessels. These are for the Ganga and Mahanadi, which carry 2,000-ton cargo. This is still in the concept stage. But the eventual goal and the end game for us is these cargo vessels. These carry 90% of the world's cargo. And unless you electrify that, we are not going to eliminate that 3% carbon emission which marine transport contributes. And we are working on that. So as a part of Navalt, our mission is to electrify marine transport so that we can have cleaner and quieter oceans. And I believe this mission creates job, creates wealth, and it's part of nation building. And most of the panelists have encouraged all of you to become entrepreneurs so that you are all our future nation builders. I have chosen ocean electrification as my path. Go find yours. Thank you.